Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At the DiMera home, Johnny receives a belated birthday present from Marlena. He informs her that he accused his wife of having an affair when she inquires about his onset birthday celebration. I made a huge ass of myself, he continues, flashing to his encounter with Joy at the pub. Chanel, meantime, brings a suitcase to Abe and Paulina's flat. Seth tries to make amends to Stephanie at the hospital for exposing her and Alex's hookup, but it just makes matters worse. At the DiMera estate, Bonnie tells Alex that his father and half of Salem are aware of him and Stephanie. Joy is employed by Kate in the body and soul office as Pineview's newest troublemaker, Reagan Holloway. Leo, dressed in Halloween pajamas, nods off while working on a Reagan script. Chanel and Alex are their body and soul characters, Faith and Arrow, in his dream, which is full of winks at the soap opera industry. At the Brady Pineview pub, they talk about how content they are. Joy, dressed as Reagan, bursts in as they kiss. Faith leaves when she finds out that Reagan and Arrow are married, and Reagan kisses Arrow. Reminding her that they have been apart for a while, he separates himself. For him, Faith is the one woman. Arrow goes in search of her. Reagan takes a steak knife from the table and pouts. Faith, she asks herself. We'll check on that. A masked, hooded man throws a knife at Faith. Faith enters her father Detective Marshall's, Abe, apartment in tears. Marshall leaves for the station after reassuring her that everything will be fine. A person wearing a mask approaches the door with a steak knife. Arrow later discovers Faith dead from a knife wound on the ground. Wondering who might have done this to her, a distraught Arrow picks up the knife. When Marshall comes back, he growls, "You did." Desperately, Arrow implies that Reagan is accusing him of being unfaithful to her. As Detective John Hotson, Johnny shows up on the scene. He observes that Arrow resembles the necktie killer, sporting a gold chain and a shirt with a wide collar. That isn't even the appropriate plot. Arrow shouts and adds that he witnessed a person donning a white Halloween mask. Hotson arrests Arrow after discovering the murderer's mask in his gym bag. Arrow outwits the investigator and runs away as Hotson takes him to a detention cell. Arrow, in handcuffs, shouts through an open jail cell door. Hotson recoils as he rushes at him. As Arrow's mother Cassandra, Bonnie reads about Arrow's murder of Faith while he is still handcuffed and rushes to the mansion. They are referring to him as the Pineview Plunger, Cassandra informs him. He laughs and asks, "The Plunger? Really?" Although Cassandra acknowledges that it has to be revised, she still thinks he is innocent. She tells Arrow that the begonia revived her when he bemoans losing Faith. Perhaps it can help Faith in the same way. More, Tyler Christopher's memory. Cassandra, whom Arrow sees at the hospital, persuades Dr. Lamourie of Seth to bring her a dose of the begonia juice. When she gets the juice, the mother and son are going to meet in a hospital room. But before Arrow can reach Cassandra, the Pineview Plunger does. On a hospital bed, he discovers her dead. As Hotson and Marshall arrive on the scene, he picks up the bloody knife. Arrow, dressed in hospital scrubs, is standing over Cassandra, who has been stabbed. He had a bloody knife in his hand. Reagan is found lying on the floor with a knife in her chest in the hospital lobby, where the detectives take Arrow. They've plunged her. Marshall yells. When Arrow runs away, Hotson follows him. Reagan's friend Miranda, Stephanie, is told by Arrow, who storms into the body and soul office, that he is being set up. She claims that someone would assist her in getting him back since Reagan promised to do so if he rejected her. At the hospital, Arrow confronts Dr. Lamourie because he thinks Charlemagne is the Pineview Plunger. Arrow claims that Charlemagne had communication with Reagan when Lamourie informs him that he went into an elevator shaft. He charges Lamourie of using the begonia juice to revive Charlemagne. Seth acknowledges that he was merely doing as he was told. The plunger shows up. Later, while Lamourie lies lifeless in a hospital bed, Arrow dials 911. He claims that Charlemagne is still alive and that the plunger hit once more. The Delacroix mansion must be where she is hiding. In the meantime, Marshall and Hot Sun explore the Demera Delacroix home but find nothing. Hattie when Charlemagne comes out of the hidden passageway. Miranda has a knife in her back as she lies sprawled over a body and soul desk. Arrow looks scared off screen. Miranda has a knife in her back when Arrow returns to the BNS office in a hurry. Naturally, Hot Sun finds her with Arrow. Hot Sun is present to support Charlemagne's claim that she was with Miranda on the eve of the initial killing. Arrow flees back to the mansion after avoiding Hot Sun. He picks up the knife after discovering Marshall and Charlemagne dead. Hot Sun pants as he runs in. The plunger stares down Arrow and stabs Hot Sun in the back while they attempt to identify the murderer. Wearing a big floppy hat, a stunning Cassandra shines at Arrow in a lush outdoor scene. Arrow awakens on a bench in a tropical, foggy environment. He meets Cassandra again and finds everyone else there as well. They are joined by a previously killed-off Lorna, Kate, who greets them with the backwards spelling of Pineview, Wivenip. A smug Leo walks in as they are wondering who is responsible. He tells them that whether they live or die, fall in love or break up, he is in charge of their entire existence. Even Leo was surprised when the plunger reappeared. They remove their mask, exposing Marlena Evans, Dr. When she expressly told Leo that she only wanted to perform one scene, she screams at him for bringing her back to life. Leo is startled awake in the Salem Inn as she moves forward with the knife. Leo answers the plunger's door after getting out of bed. Leo lies dead later. As Kate and Abe examine the body, Stephanie rips off the plunger mask. Kate reflects, "That's what you get for writing yourself into a corner." She then gives Stephanie credit for coming up with the brilliant plan to kill the chief writer before the show premieres. Abe concurs that it will make headlines. Stephanie thinks that killing an actor may enrage the audience, but the writer seems unconcerned. They laugh. Kate taunts, fade to black Leo Stark. Panic strikes Leo as he awakens. A knock on the door is answered by Abe, who questions whether Leo received Kate's message regarding the new cast member. Johnny begins to apologize to Alex on the BNS hospital set, but Alex encourages him to apologize to Chanel instead. They are joined by Chanel. Johnny is left to grovel by Alex. He asks Chanel if they are able to put the incident behind them. Kate cuts them off to introduce Joy Wesley, the newest cast member. When Joy sees Johnny, she breaks into a smile. A person wearing a mask approaches the door with a steak knife. Arrow later discovers Faith dead from a knife wound on the ground. Wondering who might have done this to her, a distraught Arrow picks up the knife. When Marshall comes back, he growls, "You did." Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.